infection. The Earth unleashed a fever to fight this infection. Its original and rightful rulers, the Titans.
Long live the king.
Man. Alright, so we just watched the Godzilla trailer, King of the Monsters.
Okay, so it was originally supposed to come out in March, but they pushed it back to Memorial Day, May 31st for 2019.
Okay. Now, you being the huge Godzilla fan you are,
Yes,
you're
I
gonna
am.
give us your spiel first.
Okay,
So go ahead, spiel all over us.
what do you want me to spiel about? Like the
What'd
trailer?
you think of the monsters?
Okay.
What'd you think of the story? What'd you think of Godzilla?
Whew, okay, so I honestly didn't know what to expect for the trailer. Like, I honestly just expected to look kind of like the 2014 one, but it exceeded my expectations completely. Like, with the music they have, first off, like the dramatic, like, I forgot the name of the song, but it's in the game Evil Within. And whenever I hear that song, I'm like, I think back to the horrors of Evil Within. But it fits because it shows the majesticness of the monsters,
Yes.
like, and the beauty of it. But at the same time, too, oh my gosh,
They're
run
dangerous.
for cover.
And they call
Yes.
them Titans, which just gives it this air of like they've been around forever in every aspect of history. Like they've been known.
Yeah, like I've
They
never
ran this shit.
I've never heard them like I always whenever I see giant monster movies they always refer to them as kaiju. I've
Yeah.
never heard the term titans. That just brings a whole nother
It
level.
makes you think
of
like
horror
they
to
are
it.
Atlas, you know, they
Yeah.
are Kronos, they are Jupiter. Like these are the guys
Zeus.
that were running this shit before Zeus.
Would
with
Ghidorah be-
Ghidorah's the lightning. Like,
Yeah.
So that's what gives it that weight. You
So
know?
would that make Godzilla Kratos then?
Oh, God of War for sure. Hell
Not Ares,
yeah.
Kratos.
Yeah, man. He's pretty badass.
I mean, come on, like Kratos has in the new game, he has like the axe and it's like blue. I mean,
We're
like,
getting off
come on.
topic. We're getting off topic.
Okay.
So we have Godzilla, we have Mothra, we have Ghidorah, we have Rodan.
Yes, we do.
Is that it?
So far.
So
but
far.
I heard the director Michael Dougherty, he hinted at more monsters.
More
There might be
monsters.
more monsters making appearances.
Those are the only like main ones that
Those
I
are the big
know
ones.
besides Godzilla.
Yeah.
And then Gamera, of course. And I honestly wish that was Gamera in the trailer where they show what you think is Baby Mothra.
I believe it's Baby Mothra.
coming up to 11,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
From Stranger Things, Millie Bobby
let's
Brown.
talk about which ones we think are going to be good, which ones we think are going to be bad.
Okay, so
I think that's a good place to start.
definitely Mothra, I think, is going to play Peacekeeper in this one.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Godzilla is the one who's just going to be like chilling, doing his own thing. Because I heard that this does take place 5 years after.
Okay.
So it's real
So
time.
it'll be built up
Mhm.
again after he came
But
in.
Godzilla has not been seen since then.
Right.
So
Do you think like the world's still like waiting for him to come back? You think they're gonna
I
have like
think they're-
holidays based around
they're
Godzilla?
not holidays,
The
they're
event.
the event, but trying to prepare for it.
So they're gonna at the beginning of the movie he's gonna be the bad guy, seen as the bad guy.
Seen as,
basically.
like,
we don't
whether-
want him to come back and do it again.
Like definitely like seen as either an enemy or like maybe a possible ally in terms of like he is
A
gi-
force.
Yeah,
Let's
a
say
force.
a
There you go, a
force.
force. Because he is that's what he is. He's a giant animal.
Mhm.
That's what he is. A
Just
giant
don't
fire
get in his
breathing-
way
No, don't get in his way. But he destroyed the Mutos from the first movie.
while doing a lot of collateral damage himself. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
But at that point, it's like he's the one to bring in the balance. But in King Kong or in Kong Skull Island, you see the end credits sequence where they're the paintings on the walls,
Mhm.
and you see Ghidorah versus Godzilla, meaning that this isn't the first time they battled.
So it's safe to say they are enemies.
They
So
are-
if we
yes.
see Godzilla as this force, they're not going to see Ghidorah as a good guy at the beginning.
No.
Obviously, he's going to be. I think he's going to be a villain,
Oh yeah, he
and
will
I
be
think
the villain.
Rodan's going to be the villain
I think for a little while, Rodan will be like an adversary for
because
Godzilla.
he came out of like a volcano or something.
Yeah,
right.
he
So yeah, they're going to connect him to like I guess the apocalypse. You know, he's going to be the apocalyptic monster. I think.
Maybe, like as you said, like Ghidorah would be Zeus.
Mhm.
Godzilla would probably be like Kratos.
Man,
But
that's so crazy
maybe
to think of it like
Rodan.
that.
Maybe Rodan would probably be Hades.
Hades, yeah.
about
I was
that.
just thinking that because every shot they had in the trailer of him was like around red and fire and
Yeah.
death and brimstone.
Would that make Mothra Athena then maybe?
An angel of some kind for
Yeah.
sure? Because like you said, the majesty of the wings and all that, and
Mhm.
it's a butterfly. It's a giant butterfly, basically. How can that be
Butterfly,
bad?
Yeah.
You know, and you got to take into consideration too, like the past movies that they've been in.
Yeah.
Which ones were they good? Which ones were they the villains?
Yeah,
They're
Mothra's
probably
al-
going to incorporate that too.
Mothra was always the good one.
Mm.
Rodan was like
Mixed bag.
mixed. Yeah, he was like an anti-hero,
Uh-huh.
much like Godzilla. But in most Godzilla movies, like, well, back from the original series, he was like a villain in the beginning, then became a hero.
Yeah.
Then in the 90s, he was like an anti-hero, but still wrecking Tokyo. And it basically stayed like that throughout the majority
Yeah.
till like the new one they came out, where
Right.
once again, he just comes in to balance out when the monsters are wreaking havoc.
Yeah, I mean, I love how they showed the monsters too.
Yeah.
Like, they showed Ghidorah in ice,
And
you
then,
see
like,
the silhouette of the
the
necks and the
lightning.
heads. Oh,
Like when you see him like in like the mist or the clouds, like,
Yeah.
you just see light, and you're
in
like,
the first scene,
what I
first
love.
shot.
What I like is that the movie is being directed by Michael Dougherty. He directed Trick or Treat and Krampus.
Really, I didn't know
Mhm.
that.
So
Good choice.
he comes from a horror background. So you're gonna be seeing some really freaky, eerie
The
imagery.
monsters are going to be in full force. You're going to see them in full light. You know, the whole thing, and
Like,
they're not going to hold back.
That's one thing I've always wanted to see. Is just like I want to watch the movie and be terrified. Like I want to be seeing the big screen and then just see like the scope of these
The
beasts.
destruction of just their existence. You
Yeah.
know, them just walking around, ruining the whole city.
Yeah, because when people think of Godzilla, they think of guy in rubber suit, you know,
Yeah.
and then like
Tiny
you know,
car, tiny train.
Yeah.
Oh.
But this is like the the first Godzilla movie, the 2014 one right there. I thought it was good. It wasn't perfect, but it was a good start for this new universe that they're establishing. But with the trailer for this one, I believe it's hitting all the right notes where it's like these are not monsters or characters.
I
to
just gotta
be
think
laughed
like,
at.
what part of Earth is going to be left for Kong versus Godzilla?
That's a
Like,
good question.
They're going to take out a lot of stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the Earth is going to be gone.
Like I think the way that movie is gonna play out is like, okay, so here's the best way to establish it. For me, seeing this movie is gonna be the equivalent to the Dark Knight, whereas like the Dark Knight showed the strong rivalry between Batman and the Joker. So the Joker was only there for one movie for that trilogy. So for the same thing, it has to translate well because Ghidorah is like the Joker of the Toho Godzilla universe
Mhm.
because that's his arch nemesis. His rivalry to Godzilla is Batman to the Joker. And yeah, we know we're gonna go over,
Yeah.
but I think we have to at least a little bit. But with yeah, like with the scope, if they have Ghidorah just for this one movie, they have to.
He's got to be the bad guy.
He's got to be the dominating presence of
Yeah.
the entire movie.
the main antagonist. And
Yeah.
he probably will be.
Yeah, he has to be that
If
force.
he's his Joker, definitely.
Yeah, he has to have that. It has to have that driving force where it's like he's not to be messed with. He's the one to. You have to run. Like there's even an eerie quote because they have like a timeline detailing the events in this universe that you could look up online, and
Which monsters?
of all the monsters
Okay.
so far. They even like put Kong on the timeline as well.
Dope.
And the most recent one they did was it says Monster Zero, and that's referencing Ghidorah. And he was discovered, of course, in the ice. And the quote, which is supposed to be from Juliette Binoche's character, says, "The devil has three heads." And that's just so
That's
off-putting.
chilling, man.
I read that, I'm
That's
like,
so
oh my
chilling.
gosh.
The devil has three heads, just like Cerberus, man.
Mhm.
So maybe the guardian of hell. So like that's another
Yeah, that
allusion
too.
to it being the bad guy.
Like I can say right now that they're putting a lot of thought and care into this film right here.
Yeah, it's not just another action flick. Like this is
No.
for people that have grown up with Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
And monster movies.
And this is showing like this is something both like they're showing the beauty aspect of it, seeing the monsters and all, but they're also showing like the horrific aspect as well.
And the
that-
destruction that they wrought, you know.
yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be I hope it exceeds my expectations.
It's probably going to exceed all of our expectations since we've just been handed a lot of bad monster movies in the past
Yeah.
few years, you know.
Like we had Rampage come out. That was actually a pretty decent film. It was just
Uprising, Pacific Rim Uprising didn't do too well.
that one was so disappointing.
You know?
It was not well.
so we need a
made.
good refresher.
Yeah.
of why monster movies were king for a long time.
Yeah, definitely updated for today's audience. I
Oh,
think that's
yeah.
what they're doing. They are trying to show now, or at least like I think are going in the right direction
Yeah,
for it.
they're hitting, like you said, they're hitting the action, they're hitting the horror,
Hmm.
they're hitting like the dedication to just the fans,
Yeah,
and they're gonna do a good job with it, I think.
I just want to say this though. I gotta say this. So I think when the movie ends, there of course is going to be an end credit
Yeah.
sequence. And I have to say this for both this movie and for Godzilla vs Kong
Okay.
because I gotta state my theories. So the end credits for this one, it's probably gonna show Kong like on his island. Maybe something happened, or maybe like based on the events of the movie, his island gets wrecked somehow, and so then from there, that's probably gonna be like his motivation or what clicks for him to
there's
go
got to
after
be something to
Godzilla.
pull him off the island. You know, he's gonna
Yeah.
like, with them. I'm chilling.
Yeah,
You know, I'm eating my bananas and shit. Chilling with John C. Riley.
yeah. So there's got to be something there for them to say, like to at least cue in the audience, like, oh yeah, we're gonna prep you now for the movie for
Because
the next.
yeah,
year.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, what is going to be left for him and Kong to fight? There's going to be nothing.
What's gonna be left in the
It's just
fight?
the
and
ocean.
Who are they gonna fight? Are they going to
Yeah.
just be the two of them, or is there gonna be like some sort of another giant force
Yeah.
for them to go against?
Yeah, that is a good question.
And here's the thing. So after Godzilla versus Kong, that will be let me see, you got Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Kong Skull Island, then Godzilla versus Kong. That's 4 movies right there. So they haven't said what will take place after that. But here's my theory. After Godzilla versus Kong is over, there's gonna be another end credit sequence, and you're just gonna see a giant spinning object in the air, and then it's gonna be like, oh crap, we're getting Gamera.
Oh,
That would be so
I
dope.
was thinking like Samuel L. Jackson's character just takes off whatever mask he had in Kong Skull Island, and it turns out he's wearing an eye patch and he's Nick Fury. He's like, Godzilla, you blow a lot of fire. I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative. Where he just connects all the monsters together. Ghidorah, you got 3 heads. That's crazy. I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative.
What, are you gonna have Captain America riding Godzilla then?
Hey, that'd
And
be
then
pretty
Hulk
awesome.
riding King Ghidorah?
Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh, that's a force of destruction right there.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want to cross that path.
Who would the Hulk ride?
I just said he would ride Ghidorah.
Oh, I thought you said Captain America would ride Ghidorah.
No, Captain America would ride Godzilla.
Yeah.
And then Iron Man would ride Mechagodzilla.
And
if
Thor
they
would
would
ride
that.
Mothra.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
That'd be a movie.
Hawkeye would be Rodan. Hawkeye
Hey.
would ride Rodan.
I would watch that. But yeah, so is this the movie you think you're excited for the most?
Between this and Glass,
Me too.
these two are
Honestly.
these 2 movies I'm most excited for.
Yeah,
by
for me
far.
it's that and then Shazam and then Aquaman.
Like, let's face it. So far, 2019, we're looking at just some pretty good movies.
It always seems to be that way. Like the odd movies, the odd years are good for the summer.
Yeah,
The even are good for every other part of the year.
yeah. Because let's just put this down real quick. We got Glass.
Sorry, the
coming-
odd is good for every part of the year.
Like, let's put this down. We got Glass coming out in January.
Mm,
Then we got Shazam coming out in April.
April.
And then we have John Wick Chapter 3 and Godzilla coming out in May.
You're kidding.
I am not kidding.
Oh, I still gotta watch part 2.
You should
I
get on
know.
that. It's great.
I got to. I'm gonna get on it ASAP. I think it's on HBO.
If it's on HBO, go watch it.
Yeah.
You will not regret it.
Yeah, check it out.
But let's face it, 2019 is looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, do you think we should do like reviews of some of these movies?
Hell yes.
All right,
Look
then.
forward to those.
All right, we could definitely do that.
I believe we'll have a lot more equipment and better setup by then.
New
So,
location,
stay tuned with us,
everything.
guys.
So yeah, go ahead, like and subscribe on our channel,
Don't-
L7 Productions. You
and-
can hit me up on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Just look me up.
And don't forget to click that notification bell as well.
Yeah, like us, and that way you can get our stuff on your email.
Yeah, that too. Well, thanks guys for joining us, and we look forward to the next Squad cast.
See you next time.
Take care, guys.